Hey guys, it's Brian with Inspiring How You See That. We're the channel that talks about all different kinds of music and interviews some of your favorite entertainers. So if that sounds good, make sure you hit that notification bell and the subscribe button. And today we have a very special guest. We have Randall Broadhead from We Are Vessel. And Randall, thank you so much for agreeing to meet with us.
Oh, guys, I'm ecstatic to do this. I love doing this. This is part of what I do. You know, I love meeting people and I love getting to talk. So you're right at my element. I love it.
Excellent. Now you just finished your set.
Yeah.
So you guys kicked off Kingdom Come here in 2021. So how does that feel to probably the first festival you've done in what seems like forever?
It really has been. Man, last year I think we did 2 festivals. It was amazing that they even happened, you know, and just to feel, and what was weird about those 2, everybody was spread out. It just still had the weird vibe. But today, man, it's like we're back.
Yeah.
You know, it feels great. It feels great to be here.
Back to normal, which is an amazing feeling.
Praise God, man. Praise
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, you were saying that you have done some kind of one-off shows throughout the past year.
Yes.
So have they all been like that? Like you said, where there's the distancing and masks and things of that nature?
There has been different areas of the country have treated it differently. Some places you might go and it's like COVID never existed. And some places you go, it's like you're walking in the middle of it, you know? And so you just try to be respectful, you know, and mask up when you got to mask up, whether you like it or not. And
Sure.
just do your thing, because ultimately I want to minister. I want to go out and do. And so, you know, if we have to do that, that's what we do. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Now, you had touched upon that this is your ministry, that this is what Christ has put you on earth
Yes,
to do.
absolutely.
So kind of walk me through how you got into music and how you determined that, you know what, or found out from Christ that this is
Sure,
your
yeah.
ministry.
So, crazy long story. I shared a little bit from the stage. I'll try to keep it pretty simple. But, man, I just felt I was a youth pastor. Me and my wife were youth pastors at the church, and there was a need for musicians. And I was just like, I felt God calling me to play guitar. And I battled depression, battled all those things. And so it was a rough time to get through it. And my wife bought me a guitar for Christmas. I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know you're supposed to tune it. I didn't know anything, you know what I mean? I'm just a Southern Georgia boy who grew up in the South, and we raced cars, you know. I didn't play music. And got that guitar, and first year I didn't know what to do with it. Broke strings on it, stuck it back in the closet. Next year she gave it to me again for Christmas, and God just opened up the floodgates. I was actually pretty decent at it, and turned out to I played that, joined my first band, played out a good bit, and was in another band. We were supposed to be signed by Ardent Records, and it didn't work out. The band fell apart, and I thought we were just going to be just done. I was just a guitar player in that band.
Okay.
And somehow another management jumped on and said, hey, we want to manage you, but we want you to start over. And I was like, you sure? I'm just a guitar player, you know. And the guy that the pastor turned the microphone off at church wasn't allowed to sing. Suddenly there's a management group that wants to manage the band, and so We Are a Vessel was started. And I've just been trying to be a vessel, throwing myself up wherever God's carrying me, and man, it's been amazing.
Excellent.
So.
Now, you had touched upon that you were going through depression, and so obviously it sounds like Christ used music to kind of help you through that.
Yes.
So did he then give you, hey, I put you through this for a reason so that now you can help others?
I feel, yeah, I mean, absolutely. He talks about it in Genesis chapter 50, where what the enemy meant to use to steal, kill, and destroy, take away, he can use for good.
Yep.
And so all those things that I feel like I went through in that past area, even though the enemy was trying to destroy me, he's using that for good. And so that's what I'm doing. It's kind of like kicking the devil back, you know what I mean? And I'm using that. And I'll tell you this: there's healing in sharing. And so I'm big into love going around meeting the recovery crowd to celebrate recoveries and AAs, whatever it is, halfway houses, whatever. And I love going there and ministering to those people. And when I get to share my testimony, my story, I feel like it helps them. It helps them move through. But man, every time I share my story, I heal a little more each time.
Sure.
So. It's been awesome being part of having that ministry. I get to go out and do big tours, do these festivals, but also my solo dates that I do. Man, I love them. Absolutely. You know, it's where I find restoration in myself.
Yeah.
So.
And it comes back to all things work for good for those who love the Lord.
Absolutely.
So, excellent. Now, you have a new album coming out soon. So
absolutely.
Tell us a little bit what's going on with that.
So We Are Vessel has been kind of the rock band. You know, we've never been. I always said we're the aluminum of the metal bands. You know, a little bit lighter. You know, never been super heavy. But this next album is definitely going to be a little on the lighter side. It come from a broken part of my life where I just lost my mom and dad, and in the middle of writing this record, where we were headed with the record, turned a whole different direction.
Sure.
And it's basically where I started, what I felt like through all of it, and then the restoration of who Jesus really was. And so I feel like this record is the best thing I've ever done. me and Jason Roy from Build 429, we wrote it together, most of it, and worked on it together a lot. And so we've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears over the last year and a half of this record. And it's a little different, but what I want to be more than anything else is I want to be me. I want to be the artist that God called me to be, and I don't want to follow a platform that just you have to be here. This is where you are.
Right.
I've got into arguments with producers over that. I'm like, I get it. I understand that's more marketable that way, but I'm not trying to be marketable.
Right.
I just want to go out and minister. If this is where my heart at, I'm going to be real and be real with the people. And so I'm very, very excited about this record because it has got some of the best stuff I've ever done on it, and I think it's going to be incredible.
Excellent.
Once we get it out there, end of July 29th.
Okay, I was just going to ask if you have a release date.
Yeah.
Very cool. So now, have you been releasing singles going up to, or are you just going to release it all as one? Or
So we have a single coming out in the next few weeks. Just go on the radio. It's called "The Mighty Name." We sing it today. It's definitely more of a worshipy style song, but it's been. It was the second song we wrote for the record, where it kind of weird that it happened as the second song, because it was right after Mom had got sick. I thought things was going great, and then I was just like, Jesus, here's my pain, here's my struggles, but I know you're Jesus. I know who you are, and so that's where it come from. And we decided to send that one out first, even though we think there might be some better radio songs. We were like, you know what? Let's hit it with this one.
Sure.
And it's because it's really near and dear to my heart, and so that's what we're going to go with.
Awesome. So what else is in store for you personally and for We Are Vessel?
So, crazy year. It's I don't think I have. I think I have 3 dates open the rest of this year. This is what I do full time, and most I've really ever done. I was doing about 150 shows a year, and this year is probably going to be over 200. The way it's looking. Wow. I haven't counted them up, but it's crazy. It seems like every day we're getting another call. And man, I've got a July run with Stars Go Dim. We're heading out in the next few weeks, and then after that we've got festival season back to back. We got a youth camp we're headed to do in Pennsylvania, and then after that we're going to go back out with Stars Go Dim and Dan Bremnes through fall. We got 3 months booked for that, and some more solo dates as well in between, everywhere I can fit them in.
Excellent.
And so it's a crazy year. We're working on a Christmas tour right now. I have we do what's called a compassionate Christmas tour. I do a Trans-American style show, you know what I mean? And so my Christmas stuff, if you've ever heard it, it's kind of geared that way. It's different. It's narrated and all that stuff, so it's pretty cool. Just different.
Very cool. Yeah. So you tell a story along with the music.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So before we go, where can fans follow you online at?
If you go to We Are Vessel Band on anything out there, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you're going to find me.
Okay.
Just go there. The website's up and running. It's got music updates as well on that, and also an online store. And my new coffee brand is on there as well, and we're branching out with that. So we're a Vessel Coffee Company, so we're going to have some new roast and some different size bags coming up very soon.
Very cool. So again, thank you so much, Randall, for this time. We appreciate it. And before we go, is there anything that you want to say to fans?
Thank you guys for not giving up on music. I didn't know what it was going to happen after COVID. I was worried that you guys were like, I don't want to go to shows anymore. I like staying at home, but it's completely opposite, man. Everybody's coming out. The crowd looks great here today, and thank you guys for supporting us and for continuing pouring in and listening to the music, buying our merchandise, and coming to these shows. Thank you.
I can say as fans, we've been wanting this for over a year.
Praise God, man. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So again, thank you guys so much. We apologize for hearing wind. This is a beautiful but very windy day here in Indiana. Yep. So, but again, thank you, Randall.
Man, thank you guys.
And all of you guys, thank you so much again for spending this time with it. We love you guys. God bless, and rock on.
How did I end up in this place? Was it pride or just easier this way?